Hello and welcome to one of the Mordian Mondays. It is episode 80 and today guys I've got a whole heap of different things to talk about. We're going to be talking about stuff that I've done over the last week and things that will be going forward this week and next week. All sorts of great things planned and done and recorded, ready for your viewing pleasure. So sit back, relax, grab your favourite beverage or your paintbrush if you're going to be painting along busily to this video, and let's get straight into this. So firstly, what have I painted this week? Well, painting itself has been a bit slow. In fact, I only got 2 models done, which was 2 Voxcasters. Yeah, I know I do try and get 10 guys done, but I got 2 guys done. The reason for this, guys, I've been playing 40k like absolute mad. I've had so many. I think I've played a game pretty much every single day that I've been able to. Some days more, and a lot of those, I say a lot. 3 of those have been recorded for this channel, and you've seen the first one go up already, which was the Steel Legion versus the Chaos Knights, which resulted in a victory for the Guard. Very nice. And this week's episode, which should be going up tomorrow, but it's not tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday. But we'll be going up this week. Will be the Imperial Guard mixed hybrid force of some combat and some shooting and some infantry, and even a sprinkling of scions. A proper combined arms take all comers force going up against the Adeptus Mechanicus, and we're going to be finally seeing in action that list that I've played plenty of practice games against. So hopefully, the one that I talk about that looks like a bit of an eclectic mix, but actually plays really well. So we're going to be seeing that. I'm not going to give away anything. All I'm going to say is an absolute cracker of a game, and it's a real close one. It's real close, very tactical game. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. And I've also got my game for next week recorded and ready to go as well, and that will be Genestealer Cult, my Brotherhood of Nod themed Genestealer Cult versus a very Soviet themed Valhallan Ice Warrior force, and we're talking Soviet Armoured Company. Really cool army. Wargamer Alex is going to be on the channel with us. He's one of my friends I actually met through doing the old YouTube thing. So absolutely fantastic. So we're going to see his army on the field of battle, taking on the Genestealer Cult. Again, another real close, real nail-biter game. Waves of Genestealer Cult. Genestealer Cult is throwing themselves against the armoured might of the United Imperium Soviet States against the Valhalla Ice Warriors. Anyway, so that's what we've got forward in terms of battle reports. So that's because I've been filming so much in place, which I've only got a little bit painted. But the good thing is that with these 2 Voxcasters done, I now have all of the sergeants, all of the special weapons, and all of the riflemen, because I often just use the Voxcasters basic riflemen. They just look cool. All of them done for the 4th platoon. It's the 4th platoon for the regiment, but it is the 1st platoon of the 2nd company. So yeah, even though it's only 2 models, I don't realise, when you just paint a little bit every single week, you just churn the models out without even realising it. So all I have left to paint now for that platoon is the heavy bolter teams. Now, I have admittedly got 6 heavy bolters to paint, because 3 of them are for the infantry squads, and, well, don't know the exact numbers, but about 3 of them are for the infantry squads themselves. But the other 3 are for the heavy weapon team for that platoon, the heavy weapon squad for that platoon. Either that, or I might do some more mortars, but I've got these heavy weapons painted up, so I'll probably do them as the heavy weapon base coated up. So I'll probably use them as the heavy weapon squad for that platoon, which means I've got the officers done already. We're ready to go on the officer front, which means I am precisely 6 heavy bolters, 1 priest, and 1 veteran squad away from having another platoon done. So it's really coming along. But just because I've not been painting doesn't mean I've not been doing other stuff. And if you've been following me on the old Instagram, and if you haven't, don't follow me on Instagram, go and check it out. I don't post every day, but I do try and post every week, every so often. And I've been building Ghazghkull Thraka. I've been building the big badass orc boss himself, and I'm getting into my orcs in a big way. And in fact, I actually went down to the old GW and picked up some more orcs as well, and I got myself two of the buggies, and some other little bits and bobs. So I actually have, yeah, we're really closing in on having a decent, well, I say decent, we're really closing on having an orc force ready for the channel. Lots built, and I'm keeping the paint scheme really, really simple, because I don't want, to be honest guys, we'll get into this a little bit, but I'm getting burned out by my Mordians a little bit, because I put so much effort into that paint scheme, and I just need some, I just need some cheap and dirty models just to smash through in a week and just get that buzz back, you know. But yeah, so the orcs, what we're going for the orcs, well, the reason why we're focusing on the orcs, I know it seems, I always do this, I really do well on my Mordians and then I get distracted by something else. Well, one of the things that me and Johnny, my brother who helps me with these battle reports and who has his own channel as well, go and check it out. Scholar Genium, go and check it out, I should say. That we find that we both love the Imperium armies. You know, I've got what, three guard regiments at least. I've got my Krieg, I've got my Steel Legion. They kind of combine into one. But yeah, I've got Krieg, I've got Steel Legion, I've got my Mordians, and then I've got some Siles. But yeah, basically I've got 3 regiments. So between that, I've got 3 regiments, and I've got my Black Templars. I've got, you know, out of the 5 fully fleshed out armies I've got, 4 of them are Imperium. And the only other like Xenos fleshed out army I have is Genestealer Cult, which are great, but they are a little niche. You know, there's not a huge Genestealer Cult community out there. I love them, but there's not a huge community out there. And yeah, that's it. You know, it's a bit, and they're not like a mainstream Xenos choice. You know, if you go over to Johnny's channel, he's got sort of Johnny's armies. He's got, you know, Blood Angels, Death Watch. I'm trying to think. He's got Knights. You know, he's got like, you know, and so he's got like his 3 main 3 of his armies are Imperium. Now he does have his Dark Elder, which is a fully fleshed out force, and he does have his Chaos Knights, but they're basically just more knights. You know, he's got like 10 knights or something crazy. So basically, out of his 5 armies, 4 out of his 4 armies, 3 of them are Imperium. You know, with one of them can stand in as Chaos Knights if it needs to. So, and he's only got 1 Dark Elder force. He does have the Tau, but he's really not feeling the Tau at the moment, and it's, you know, it's really difficult to motivate yourself to make yourself play an army that you're not really into. It's a bit like with my World Eaters. I've had my World Eaters for 15 years, and they are still just as painted as they were when I got them. Like, you know, I really just can't get myself into my World Eaters. I don't know what it is, I just can't get them to do it. So it's a real tricky one. So I thought, well, between those armies, actually, out of the 8 9 armies we have on the channel, you know, out of the 10 armies we've got on the channel, 8 of them really are Imperium, and only 2 of them are Xenos. Or, you know, you could say, you know, with a sort of added bonus round of a bit of chaos. So the point is, we don't want to be doing blue on blue. We don't want to be doing Imperium versus Imperium. It always feels a bit funny when you have Imperium versus Imperium. We do it where we have to, and obviously when we have guests on the channel, they will use what army they want to use. So, for example, Adeptus Mechanicus versus Imperial Guard. That's, you know, Sam has Admech. That's his only main army he's got. So, of course, he's going to use that. But the point is, we don't want to have blue and blue where we can avoid it. So that's why I'm focusing on the orcs, because I want to get more content out for the channel. And if it means that I get to choose my orcs for a battle report, that's great, because it means I can do orcs versus Blood Angels or something like that, or orcs versus Death Watch. You know, there's some cool stuff that we can do there by having more Xenos armies. So definitely going to be looking at expanding, trying to get some more Xenos armies on the channel. Definitely that's what we're going to be looking at. I'm going to get my orcs up. And might look at one other army, sort of think it's looking like next year kind of thing, or get my orcs done and then get my World Eaters, or really focus on getting the Chaos done a little bit. So the plan is that, you know, Johnny will do something similar on his channel, so we'll have, you know, loads of Imperium armies, but each channel will also have 3 resident Xenos armies, 2 or 3 resident Xenos armies that we can draw upon, or non-Imperium, you know, maybe 2 Xenos and a Chaos army, for example. So that's kind of the plan and the thinking where we're at, and that's why I've built Gazgul Thraka, and I've got two of the buggies, the Dakar buggies, the Snaz wagons, I think they're called. You know what? We'll do it live on camera. We're doing it live. They are called the Boom Dakar Snaz wagons. That's what they're called. There you go. I've got two of them. Don't know if they're any good. Don't know. I've looked on the codex. They look pretty good. They're 90 points, and they shoot a shitload of bullets, and that suits me down to the ground for my orcs, because I'm recreating my childhood army, which was a shitload of buggies, and then just because I had this many models, like 40 grots and like or 80 grots and 80 boys, something crazy. You know, I won't be doing that much. I think it was 40 grots and 40 boys, and then like just a shitload of homemade buggies and stuff, which I'm going to be buying the proper ones this time. And I had Gazgul Thraka, but it was the original old tiny mod that's smaller than a runt herd these days, the metal one that's like in a T-pose. And also Cyber Boys. I had loads of Cyber Orc Boar Boys. Now you know what's coming out? Beast Snaggers. Do you know what I'm probably going to get myself some? Beast Snaggers. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, that's kind of the plan with the old channel and whatnot. I've been playing loads of games. I'll tell you what's really interesting, keeping an eye on the old meta and through my own experience as well. Now that more people are starting to play more and more games, some of the preconceptions of the meta from the online perspective, some of this theory hammering stuff, it's not holding up to scrutiny. I think there were several tournaments that went this week, you know, multiple like 50-man plus events that, you know, or I think one was a 100-man event, and in one of those events Dark Elder weren't even in the top 5. You know, people are adapting because now they can play games. Dark Elder still absolutely fantastic, really, really good. You know, but it's definitely something we can keep an eye on. And, you know, I think any army, no matter how bad, if you can play it well enough, you can at least go down swinging. So, you know, we'll see what, you know, we'll keep an eye on that, but it's a bit of an interesting one. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there for today, guys. I'm trying to keep the Mordian Mondays a bit shorter and sweeter, but just to like summarize, you know, Guard's still going on, still got, you know, still really, you know, almost completed another platoon already. I've got the next batch of guys in the Dettle Bath. I've got a whole platoon of Mordians in the Dettle Bath ready to rock and roll. And yeah, orcs are coming to the channel. Bit in a big way. Gazgul's built, Flash Gits are built. I've just got left to build now a Death Dread and 2 buggies. And then I'll have all my orcs built, and then I need to start painting them, to be fair. And what I've got that needs painting is 10 boys with a knob, 10 Gretchen with a runt herd, 5 Flash Gits, and 5 Flash Gits, basically. That's what I've got left to build, to paint from the original batch, and then I'll get that done, get that base coat and done. But yeah, orcs are on the way. That's the summary is, orcs are on the way. We're closing in on having at least a 1500 point army. It'll probably be a shit 1500 point army, but we'll have it. It'll be fun. We'll bang it on the channel. And even if they lose every single time, orcs are orcs. We don't really care. They're just having a good time, having a bit of fun. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know it's not really been a particularly guard one, but I like to mix things up a little bit. Loads and loads of guard stuff on the paint table on the horizon. Really excited to just, you know, be playing as much 40k as possible. Obviously the hobbying side is going to slow down a little bit because I'm playing a lot, but playing more games means more battle reports, means more live, proper tabletop content. So it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.